All right, so this is an assembled frame for a MadMountain Military soft slant back cover. What I didn't make you watch me do is double check and retighten all these fittings before I picked it up. It's good to leave it loose while you're assembling, but when you're about to pick it up, you want it to be tight. So I'm going to lift it like this and carry it over to the bed. This obviously can go better with two people, but I'm a lover, not a fighter, and even I can lift this by myself. You get it started. Come on. And then in we go. Now it's in place, you can take these Velcro straps and put them through the footmen. And that's what holds it on. All four, and now we're ready to go get the cover. Now that I've mounted it up on the bed, loosely anyway, I'm ready to put the cover on. You can do the cover on the ground if you want. It really doesn't matter. The first thing I need to do is get to the zippers, because pretty soon I'm going to have this on the frame and I won't have anywhere to stand. So we'll unzip at least 3/4 of the way, and now I can stand in the middle while I throw the cover over loosely. Now the covers will have a marker or paint pen or something. That's basically the center. Now every truck's a little different, but that's your starting point. You've got a turnbuckle up here that happens to also be in the center of the rear curtain and top hold down assembly. So I put this mark over that, and that's where I start doing the Velcro. Before I got up, I made sure to peel back this Velcro. You have to do that, obviously, to connect it. So now we're going to go down and around, putting it all the way in, up against the crease for a good tight fit. Now we got to jump out, and this is the only tricky part. It's not really that tricky, but what you want to do before you get everything tied down and Velcroed and hoop-de-doo is come and make sure you can reach the tarp tie downs, and I can't, which means I need to move it up there. We'll check the other side, and it should be extra long, or I have a frame set to really high. I'm going to put this one on, and now take some slack out of it, and we'll go and chase the slack all the way across the top. Chase the slack across the top so we can fit that front corner grommet. Yep, now I got a good 3 or 4 inches of slack. Like I said, this is the only annoying part of the whole process, is dealing with this front Velcro, but if you don't get it right, you'll have to take it off. Fun to do with a microphone cord on. Now we have lots of extra. And let's give a good tug. Come on. And it's on. So then, finish chasing it all the way around. You can start putting on the tie downs, pull it over the corner. If you want lots of, you want to take all the slack out as possible, when you see this footman here, put the pipe on the outside of the footman. That way you actually have the pipe sticking a little bit past. That foam will compress over time, and it'll give you a nice even line. And these are just big enough so you give them a little pop and they go on. So we do this all the way around. Once you have the grommets on, you come in and fit these Velcro. There are about 10 of these. I put them on loosely until I'm sure I have the fit where I want it. So there's Velcro, 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 Velcro. Same on the other side. And then make sure to do all the corners of the footman that I showed you with the Velcro that's supplied on the frame. And after that, Just tweak it left and right, front and back until you're happy with it. And when you're ready to put everything on, it's just a standard D-ring like a motorcycle helmet or anything else. You put them on, cinch them down. Don't make it farmer tight. Just leave it with a little bit of slack, especially if it's in the sun when it goes on. Now, any wrinkles you see will go away as soon as this gets a few minutes of sunlight. And I always like to make them pretty and tuck them in like that. But you can do what you want.